We have the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, California. This is your Week 1 2023 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit the like button. Let's start off with the Los Angeles Chargers, the home team. Both of these teams faced each other last season, and it was a very interesting matchup. The Chargers came out and they won the game 23-17, and it was a very interesting game to watch. Tua looked all out of sorts, and the Chargers found a way to make Tua very uncomfortable in the pocket. Expect the same thing to happen in this game, and we're dealing with a healthy Miami Dolphins team. They're dealing with some questionable players right now. We're going to get into that when I talk about the Dolphins. And we're dealing with almost a fully healthy Los Angeles Chargers team. This Chargers team is very good. Jalen Guyton is out for this game, but you do have some other guys that can come in and stretch the field. It is the debut of Kellen Moore being the offensive coordinator with this team. So expect a lot of deep shots going down the middle of the field and across the field. Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and the first key to victory is keeping him clean in the pocket. Justin Herbert last season was phenomenal, was dealing with an injured wide receiving core and was dealing with injuries to the offensive line, but he still found a way to go out there and get this team to the playoffs. They didn't get the result that they wanted, but they were still one of the better teams in the AFC. They have to keep Justin Herbert upright. Justin Herbert does extremely well with pressure, but he's a way different quarterback when he has time in the pocket and he can give the ball out to healthy wide receivers such as Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. But they also drafted a beast in the first round, Quentin Johnson. Expect for him to go out and make a lot of plays. He's a wide receiver from TCU. They drafted him in the first round. He's a guy that can play inside and outside the slot, and he can be a matchup nightmare for this Miami Dolphins team that is without Jalen Ramsey. And I do think that this Chargers team is an immediate threat to this Dolphins team because their offense in the way that they move defensively. Expect for Austin Eckler to go in and do his thing. He's a touchdown machine, but he's one of those guys that's going to kill you in the red zone. They had to pay extreme attention to him in the red zone, especially with this new system with Kellen Moore. And also look at Joshua Kelly as well, who could be a home run hitter with this team. And we saw him have a long touchdown against the San Francisco 49ers in the preseason. So pay attention to those running backs, and this offensive line has to step up. And when they're fully healthy, they can definitely step up to the plate. Now, defensively, they did a hit and run job last season on Tua. They took away the middle of the field, and they did that when they weren't fully healthy. Khalil Mack is on pace to play this game, so is Joey Bosa. Both of those guys are amazing defensive ends that can go and get the quarterback at any given point in time. And Khalil Mack is a very versatile defender because he can do more than just rush the passer. But Joey Bosa, when he's fully healthy, he's one of the best pass rushers in the game. They have to find a way to harass Tua Tagovailoa and make him uncomfortable. They've done that in the past, and I expect them to do the same thing this time. Brandon Staley may be a very questionable head coach, but he's a very good defensive play caller. Expect for them to blitz Tua a lot, and in certain situations, they may lead these wide receivers in one-on-one coverage and just have a deep safety over top, like how they did last year against this team. So guys like Asante Samuel Jr. and J.C. Jackson have to come up big. Now, J.C. Jackson last season was not good with this team. They acquired him in last year's free agency from the New England Patriots. He was a free agent. He dealt with some injuries last season. His season was cut short Monday night against the Denver Broncos. He hurt his leg. I'm going to let this be known. He did not look good last season with this team. It was a lot of blown assignment, a lot of missed assignments. If he comes out and he does that against this team, you may just have to take him out because guys like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill will make you pay. He cannot go out there and look like he's a deer in headlights in this system. He has to go out there and perform to that contract and perform to that standard. And also be on the lookout for Derwin James as well, one of the best defensive backs on this team. So the Los Angeles Chargers are coming in with a very good squad right now when they're fully healthy. But the Miami Dolphins, dealing with some injuries, but they're still tough. Like I mentioned before, no Jalen Ramsey. And Teron Armstead is questionable. He's made a lot of good moves over the offseason to prepare and try to get ready for week 1. We will see if he's able to play, but right now he's questionable. And they definitely need him on the field because he's their best offensive lineman and he's a franchise tackle. The key to victory with the Miami Dolphins is try to get the running backs out in space and find a way to get these playmakers out in space as well. Mike McDaniels is one of the best offensive play callers in the game. We saw it last season when Tua Tagovailoa was healthy before he's dealing with those concussions. He looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. A lot of people believe that Tua cannot stretch the field. Ask the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills from last season, can Tua Tagovailoa stretch the field or not? It is possible. So if they do take away the middle of the field, I honestly do believe this will happen. Mike McDaniel will see that. They will try to run the football, do some screens, and they will open up the middle of the field. It was a lot of miscommunications that happened last time these two teams played. Tua Tagovailoa was not on the same page with the wide receivers. They were not on the same page with Tua. I believe that they'll get on the same page, and they will be deadly in this game. But the first thing that they need to try to do is establish the run and get physical with that line of scrimmage with the Los Angeles Chargers. Find a way to neutralize that pass rush of Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. Slow it down by doing some tempo screens and filling your way through the game plan. They are a very explosive team. They don't have to go out and just try to throw the ball deep over and over again. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle can take a 5 to 10 yard pass and bust it down the field for a 60-yard touchdown game. We've seen that before. So they have two very explosive wide receivers. So make the Chargers pick and choose who they want to beat them. In the last game these two teams played, Tyreek Hill got majority of the workload. Tyreek Hill was the guy that Tua was looking at. 4 receptions for 81 yards and 1 touchdown. Jalen Waddle only had 2 catches for 31 yards. Try to get him more into the game plan. Try to find ways to get Jalen Waddle going. He is questionable, but find ways if he's able to play. Jet sweeps, jet motions. Do something to get him going. Also look out for Cedric Wilson as well, who is a very good wide receiver number 3 with this team. Devon A-Chain, the rookie, if he's able to play, right now he is questionable. He's a guy that could also be another home run hitter as well, alongside Raheem Mostert. So this offensive line has to go out and protect Tua Tagovailoa as much as possible. And I'm talking about guys like Robert Hunt at that right guard position and Austin Jackson at the right tackle position as well. When the Miami Dolphins struggle, it's because Tua Tagovailoa isn't able to get going. And when he's not able to get going, it's because the offensive line not holding up for him. So find a way to get the wide receivers in space and also protect Tua Tagovailoa as much as possible. Now I look at this defense. Have a brand new defensive coordinator and Vic Fangio. He's been around the NFL for some time now. The last time he was a coach, he was the head coach for the Denver Broncos. He's one of the best defensive minds in the game. The Miami Dolphins defense was not the best last season. They went out at the trade deadline. They traded for Bradley Chubb. They were trying to find moves, and they're just trying to find some pieces to get some extra pass rush and get some extra help. They went out this offseason and traded for Jalen Ramsey. Unfortunately, he got hurt in training camp, but they still have some good defensive players. I'm looking at Jalen Phillips to be a big game changer in this game with Roquan Davis that can come in and do some things. Bradley Chubb is a good pass rusher. I do think that they overvalued him when they traded a first-round pick for him, but he's a very good player, and they gave him a contract extension. Expect for him to make some plays in this game. He's good against stopping the run, and he has glimpses to where he can take over a game as well. Good pass rusher. I just don't believe that he's worthy of a first-round pick that time, but he can prove me wrong in this game. Find ways to pressure Justin Herbert in the middle of the field. Try to get interior pressure. Justin Herbert is very good when it comes to pressure coming on the outsides. When he struggles against the Kansas City Chiefs, it's because guys like Chris Jones are getting pressure up the middle. So try to get some pressure up the middle, whether it's by blitz or just by design in general. And guys in the secondary, they have to be 10 toes down. Xavier Howard is a very good corner, and I do think that he still has a lot left to give. But you have guys in secondary with them missing Jalen Ramsey. I am concerned about them guarding guys like Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Keenan Allen is still one of the best route runners in the game, and they have to find a way to slow him down, and also the same with Mike Williams. They aren't speedsters, but these guys can get big plays by just getting contested catches and just finding ways to run routes and get open down the field. With that being said, the Miami Dolphins have a lot of questionable injuries right now, and I do believe most of these guys will be able to play. I think this is going to be a very close game. I don't think that this will be a high-scoring game in the 30s. I think this is going to be a situation to where the Chargers do win this game 26-23. I think the Chargers are fully healthy. They're one of the best teams in the AFC, but the Miami Dolphins are right there with them. It can go either way, and this is my game of the week, but I have the Los Angeles Chargers winning this game 26-23. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game? The Miami Dolphins or the Los Angeles Chargers? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, I want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.